Welcome to the December edition of Around the Market. Hi everyone, here's a quick overview of the key support and resistance levels for the coming weeks. And to finish, I'll show you some interesting ratio charts. Let's get started. European markets. The AEX. Preparing for a new uptrend. Support 915 and 885. Resistance 960 and 985. The bell. Uptrend. Support 4850 and 4725. Resistance 5100. The CAC. Sideways. Support 7900 and 7760. Resistance triple top at 8250. The DAX. Sideways with minor downtrend. Support 23,000 and 22,250. Resistance all-time high at 24,500. The MIP. Weakening the uptrend. Support 41,500 and 40,500. Resistance 43,500 and 45,000. The IBEX. Uptrend. Support 15,700 and 15,400. Resistance all-time high. US markets. The SPY. Uptrend. Support 650 and 630. Resistance 690. The cubes. Uptrend. Support 580 and 560. Resistance 635. The IWM. Uptrend. Support 230 and 215. Resistance 253. The SMH. Uptrend. Support 315 and 300. Resistance 370. The USO. Minor downtrend. Support 69 and 66. Resistance 74 and 77. The GDX. Uptrend. Support 72 and 68. Resistance all-time high at 84. Technical analysis. Last month, I mentioned the outperformance of emerging markets. I used a ratio chart between two ETFs, EM and LTEM, versus the STOXX 600 ETF. A ratio chart compares the close of X to the close of Y. It's very useful for detecting long-term trend changes. You often see some kind of base forming, a rounded bottom, or a wedge. That's when you start building your follow-up lists. I'll show you two more interesting studies in the metals sector. First study. Three ratio charts of silvers versus the S&P 500. From left to right, you see the period 1974-1980, then 1993-2011, and finally 2011 today. In all three periods, you can clearly see a rounded bottom as the trend changes. Second study. The relationship between copper and the utility index. Both are closely connected. Here too, you clearly see a rounded bottom with an ascending triangle in progress. So, watch for outperforming copper miners. Voila! Thanks for watching the monthly review. For more frequent updates, check out our weekly spotlights. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay on top of market trends. See you next time.